Welcome back, everyone. This is Ron from Roller Rips, and this is a breaker's trip to the dollar store. Everything you can get. All right. So I'm just going to go through a couple things, easy ones, right? Hit the dollar store, picked up a phone stand for $4, right? I'm actually using it right now, so it's not actually in the box, but nice little stand. My brother paid a little bit more off Amazon for something like this. So you need a phone stand. You can do it either portrait or landscape. Works great. Phone stand was great. Now, my brother paid a lot of money for a breaker's mat. He paid like 25 bucks for a breaker's mat. I found this shelf liner at the dollar store, and again, $4. So we're gonna open this up and see what it looks like. Try to do it gently so I don't destroy it. Before I continue, 2 box cutters. Always need box cutters, right? 2 box cutters, $1.50. Great, using one right now, and I'll use it for the rips. And while I was there, I thought, hey, let's get some more hockey, all right? I needed more sleeves. So, as I said in the last break, sometimes you get lucky and you get sleeves out of this. I bought a pack of sleeves yesterday at a hobby store, and the hobby store sleeves cost me $3. Now, I know you can go on Amazon, you can probably pay about, $12 to $15 for 1,000 of them. So, it works out to about $1.20, $1.50. But, yeah, I thought, why not try to get them from the dollar store out of those packs that I like opening? So, how does this mat look? Not bad for $4. It's a little bit long, but I'm going to leave it like that for now. So, this is going to be our breaker's mat. A breaker's mat for $4. Can't beat that. Now, let's put hockey in here. We're going to open 4 packs of hockey and see how we do. New box cutter, sharp blade, easy open. There we go. First pack, we get 5 cards. Hey, pack of sleeves. That's exactly what we were looking for. The 90s and goalie pack. So again, $3. The hockey are $3. I broke even. Hooray. Always trying to break even with a hobby, right? So let's start with the 5 cards. Hope everybody's having a good night. Let's take a look at the 5 cards. All right, let's flip them around. And we got Adram Henrique, Matthew Tkachuk. What was this one? Michael Frolik, Johnny Oduya, and Milan Mikhailiuk. All right, that's the first pack. Nothing too spectacular. I know there's a bunch of Tkachuk fans out there. They were probably happy to see that, but like I said, we'll keep going. Next cards in the 3 cards goalie pack. All right, let's see. Martin Jones, Scott Wedgwood, and Ilya Sorokin. Okay, again, nothing too spectacular. And finally, the 90s. So we're going to do 4 of these because I'll be honest with you, the fun part of ripping these dollar store packs is actually what are the extras, the sleeves, the top loaders, things like that, right? All right, Dave Christian. Okay. The old 90s packs, wax packs, right? Pat LaFontaine, like these things were done in abundance. There's thousands and thousands, and millions of cards out there, right? So an old pro set of Jacques Plante, the innovator because he wore the goalie mask, right? And if you're Canadian, we had a little vignettes, Jacques, you can't see down with that thing, right? But he wore the mask anyway because he'd suffered so many injuries taking pucks to the face, and good on him. Jimmy Carson, but they say change the game. And Orland Kurtenbach. Okay, so nothing too spectacular in there. Let's move to the next one. All right. What's the extra in this pack? All right, we got 5 cards again. All right, this time we got top loaders. 4 top loaders. That's pretty good. So if I see any cards I like, I can sleeve them up. I can top load them. We're good to go. 2020s and Canadian teams. Now, I've opened a few of these, and sometimes it's like all Montreal Canadiens, all Ottawa Senators. So let's take a look and see what we have in this one. Canadian teams. So let's flip it over. Calgary Flames, Paul Ranheim. Calgary Flames, that is Thomas Forsland and Mark Hunter, another Calgary Flame. So in this pack, it was all Flames. All right, next we'll go to 5 cards. All right, next pack. Let's just flip it over. We got Simon Benoit, Nikita Kucherov. What's this one? Vincent Lecavalier. Love him. He's a great player. So, Vinny. Scott Young and Eric Daze. And finally, 2020s. Let's see what we got. Again, we're trying to provide you guys with content every day. It's not cheap. In this particular case, it was only $12, but it is fun to do, right? We got Austin Watson, Joel Farabee, and Rasmus Sandin. So, I'm going to ask you guys, help us support the channel, like, comment, subscribe, get us some viewers so that we can start doing live streams, and also, like I said, start offering up the options of, hey, would you like to sponsor this video? Buy a box and we'll open it on for you. So in this one, 4 top loaders, right? All right, you got 5 cards, 2020s, captains and assistants. We'll start with the 5 cards. Let's set these up here. So the one downside of the mechanics liner thing is it's a little stickier. But how does it look? If you look at it in the video, how does the mechanics liner look? I think it looks pretty sharp. Let's go to the next one. So Parkhurst, we got Steve Finn. For the Flyers, Pat Murray, Edmonton, Jason Arnott. Let's flip these over. Matthias Ekholm and Marc-Andre Fleury. One of my favorite goalies. So happy to get this card. 2020s. Let's see what we have in here. All right. Flip it over. We got Moritz Seider, Jared Spurgeon, and Timo Meier. Nice. And the last one is the captains and the assistants. Flip that over. Tyler Seguin, Alex Killorn, and Adam Larson. Okay, not bad. Set those up there. And let's go to the last pack. The fun part is when you open these little dollar store ones and you actually pull a pack. That's always the best. All right, so we got 5 cards again. Another set of top loaders. Great, so I have 100 sleeves and 12 top loaders, the 90s, and the captains and assistants again. So, start with the 90s. In the first one, we've got, flip it over, Daniel Marois, Al Iafrate, Peter Zezel, Don Beaupre, and Daniel Berthume. 5 cards. We try to keep our videos between, 6 and 8 minutes. I see I'm going a little bit long here. All right, flip it over. We've got Rasmus Dahlin. Ooh, this is a nice card. Blake Coleman. A little bit thicker. Nice. Martin Gerber, a prospect card. Mike Modano, nice. That's a good card. What do we have here? Morrison. Okay, and the final card in this pack is, flip it over, Frederick Modine. Okay, and for the last pack, captains and assistants, we have Let's flip it over. Alexander Barkov, Jordan Eberle, good card to get. I actually just got a Jordan Eberle autograph off of an auction, and Jared Spurgeon. So that is the dollar store content: box cutter, mat, top loaders, sleeves, everything you need basically to run your own little whatnot thing. The stand, again, like the stand, it's holding the phone nicely. If you like the video, we're going to ask you to like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. We really would like to get our content views up, and we're looking for you for some help. Thanks, everyone. We'll talk to you in the next video.